Hello everyone. Good morning all. Welcome to the Commodity Research Club Weekly Market Outlook. I am Jimesh Chauhan from Anand Rathi Commodity and Currency Research Desk. Let's begin with our today's webinar. So, starting with bullion market overview, let's understand previous week movement. So, previous week gold registered another week of solid gains with prices rising to all-time high in international markets amid investors remaining hopeful of rate cut bets in September. However, by the end of the week, we saw a profit booking due to dollar strength and rising treasury yields. Focus for this week would be persisting geopolitical tensions in Israel may keep sentiments positive for precious metal this week. Market brace for potential manufacturing PMI from US, FOMC meeting minutes, and Fed chair speech for further direction to precious metal complex. Silver may face pressure amid easing supply concerns in copper and overall slowdown fears in US to keep sentiments neutral for white metal. Technically, gold overall momentum appears to be sideways to positive with support at 70,082 and 69,714 with upside resistance around 72,500 and 73,300. On the silver, silver is also sideways to positive with support at 78,270. Upside targets are around 84,700 and 86,000. Going ahead with crude oil market overview, in a volatile week, crude oil gained on potential escalations in Middle East conflicts, but later on erased entire gains as China growth and demand realities once again came into focus. Except the geopolitical tensions and hurricane threat, fundamentally oil market appears bearish. OPEC and IEA cut global oil demand forecast due to weak Chinese consumptions. Chinese refineries sharply reduced crude processing rates, reflecting weekly fuel demand. Oil markets to shift from a deficit to surplus in fourth quarter if OPEC Plus goes with unwinding supply cuts. US crude oil stockpiles unexpectedly rise after five consecutive weekly fall. Outlook for the week for crude oil would be prices remains bearish as demand concern from China and a potential supply boost continue to dominate market sentiments. However, market needs to closely monitor any development in China's economic policy or unexpected geopolitical escalations that could alter this bearish outlook. Technically, crude oil overall momentum appears to be sideways with support at 6,200 and 6,070 and resistance around 6,550 and 6,740. Going ahead with natural gas outlook, natural gas recent movement was significantly influenced by weather forecast. Prices surged initially last week above 190 level on warm weather forecast, but later on erased gains due to profit booking as weather prediction turned cooler. Potential bullish triggers for this week would be US cooling demand has hit a record this summer. Gas inventories fell 6 BCF last week. Storage surplus sinks to 12.9% above 5 years average. Heavy Norwegian maintenance plan. The reduction will impact gas supplies from top exporter Norway into the UK and Northern Europe. Overall outlook for this week would be retreating natural gas production, persistent summer heat, and shrinking storage surplus indicates tightening demand supply balance of natural gas in US and thus prices are poised to see a recovery. Technically natural gas appears to be sideways with resistance around 192 and 200 and support is at 167 and 159. Talking about base metal copper, copper prices last week recorded their first weekly gain in 6 weeks, rising 2%, driven by concerns over mine supply, particularly a strike at BHP's Escondida mine in Chile, which produces nearly 5% of the world's copper. Copper was up despite last week's global economic data highlighted a worsening slowdown in the industry sector, with Japan's industrial output plugging 7.9% in June, its steepest drop since November 2020. Positive US economic data also eased fears of a recession, supporting the price rise, while other matters remain range bound. Outlook for this week would be September October peak season, traditionally a high consumption period. End user stocking demand is expected to rise from midweek to late August. Increased copper scrap demand, anticipated significant rise in demand from secondary copper road makers, boosting capacity utilization for upstream dismantling companies. Jackson Hole economic copper price could see upward potential, requiring close attention this week. Technically, copper appears to be sideways to positive with support at 772 and 765 with upside resistance around 822 and 830. Thank you all for coming to this sessions. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.